Kennedy Osuji. Feel free to drop your comments via our WhatsApp portal 0809 030 6416 0809 030 6416. Let me take it again 0809 030 6416. And let's remind you, we're live on Facebook at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Yeah, that's our Facebook handle. You could go there and you could watch us live and drop a comment. We'll read your comments from there. Okay, Mr. Osuji, for everything that has a good side, you've explained some of the good sides. Of course, there are bad sides to it. So, let me ask, what are those very clear warning signs that buy now, pay later is becoming a financial trap? Those signs that we see that this thing you're doing is a financial trap. It's not helping your situation. What are those signs that people may just ignore?
Very simple. If you get into it, for instance, you have started, you're attracted by what it is all about. You want this phone, you want this laptop, you want this thing, and you get into it and you find out that, okay, you can get it, fine, you can start using it. Then you feel you can pay, maybe you really have the arrangement in place to pay. You had no intention of defaulting. You're just genuinely intentioned about it all. It happens to everybody. All of a sudden, something happens and the source of income is no longer there. I'm giving you the very basic, typical scenario. The source of income that you had relied on to pay is no longer there. What are you now going to do? Ordinarily, if the source of income were to be there, you would service the loan every month as you go along. But the moment you can no longer access the money you planned on using to service that transaction, what happens? You begin to pile up debt. You begin to default. You're not able to pay the first month. They look at you. After a week, they call you. They ask you what's going on. The next time, the second month, you tell them, give me a little time. They give you the next time you're supposed to pay, making times 2 now, and you're not able to pay. What have you gotten into? You've fallen into a financial trap. You know what to do immediately. Run back to them and try to renegotiate the payment terms, because those things are there. Those things are there.
It sounds easy, but in some cases, some of these very popular ones, the loan apps, they have ways that they embarrass people. We hear people who see on social media, they put up your what do you call it, your poster, and you have obituary written on it.
Those things have been banned by
because you defaulted.
Those things have been banned.
You have them calling people. They call people that you could just receive a call and they say XYZ collected money and you're a shorty, and you say, when did I do that? And they're calling embarrassing people.
Those things have been banned by the government. It's a simple thing. Somebody does that to you because of from the loan you collected or whatever. You have the right to go to court, because the person has now committed an offense or an actionable offense against you.
Okay.
Yes. I know very well that the government has banned such styles, which are even driving some people to suicide. We've recorded cases of people who jumped over the bridge into the lagoon because of such things.
True.
Yeah. So there are, and there is also something people don't know. There's something called GSI.
What's that?
Global Standing Instruction.
Okay. What
it means is this: as you're buying that item, let people should know this now. As you're going in to buy that item under that PSS, pay small, but easy buy, whatever you choose to call it, transaction. You know they're going to give you a number of forms and all these things to fill and sign. They will also collect your debit card, your so-called ATM card.
Yeah, they impute your digits,
your details and all whatnot. You know what they are doing? They are meeting the requirements of the GSI, the Global Standing Instruction, that says this person that is using your buying here now, if you cannot pay, anywhere in the world you have money, they have the right to take that money from there. You know, it has happened to a number of persons.
Yeah.
They have the right to take the money from there to pay that thing that you are owing. Even the one that is even worse now is that be careful if you're going to stand as a guarantor for that, for such a transaction, because you know what, they will come to you, to your bank, to you as the guarantor. in most cases, your account details will also be collected. If the person cannot pay, it is you that they will take that money from, if you are a guarantor.
So before you guarantee anyone, you need to be very sure.
Yes. I've guaranteed somebody in such a thing. In fact, the very first time I was exposed to it, I guaranteed somebody in such a thing. And the guy kept paying. The month he didn't pay, after a while they called me and told me to tell him to please come and pay his money. So I called him and asked him what was going on. And he said I shouldn't mind them, that he will pay. I said, I'll mind them because I guaranteed you. I don't want anything. If you cannot pay, tell me you cannot pay. Let's discuss it. Let's work out something. Because he renders a particular service to me. So if you cannot pay, no wahala. Tell me, I can offset it for you, and I will convert it to the service you render for me. You understand? He does cleaning services for me. I said, look, if you cannot pay, let me know. I'll pay, and then you offset it with the service you render to me. That's it. So, but you can go to them, just like you can go to a bank. If you're having issues repaying a loan, you can go to a bank and discuss it.
So some people will say, especially with these loan apps, you don't have an office. It's just an app. The numbers you have there, you may not be able to call those numbers. They're only the ones calling you. If you try to call those numbers, people say you cannot reach them. So how do you renegotiate terms? How do you go to them to tell them, hey, chill, I can't pay now. Can we do this or that?
Somebody I know has had that kind of problem before. He came to me. I asked him, let's log on to they have a website.
Yeah, some of them.
They have, every one of them has a website. We logged onto the website and we found out that you could communicate with them via email.
Okay.
Let people know it now. Via email, you can very well communicate with them. And that establishes a pattern of communication you're trying to establish, showing that you're not running away. You are being responsible. Do you understand? And we wrote that email to them and said, this for so reason, he cannot meet up now. Can we have a little more time? Of course, they will give you that time, but at a cost. Because they also understand the implications, the libelous implications of not, of trying to embarrass you publicly when you have actually said, give me a little time, I cannot pay. Well, ultimately, it is at their discretion, by the way.
Okay. All right, we'll take a break. But when we return, we'll keep talking. We'll read your messages, we'll take your calls, and we'll talk about some key calculations or checks that you should make to avoid paying far more than the real value. We'll dig more into it. My guest is still here. It's still the Sunny Side on 92.3 Nigeria Info. And this segment of the Sunny Side is Talking Figures, where we talk business. And today our topic is Buy Now, Pay Later, Smart Living or Financial Trap. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll get to the next segment of this discussion. Stick around with us. It's 92.3 Nigeria Info. Don't touch it. 92.3 Nigeria Info. My name is OK on Wubunu Double O, your anchor on the show. My guest on the show is Kennedy Osuji, a management consultant and a public affairs analyst. We're talking about buy now, pay later. We're asking, is this smart living or simply a financial trap? My guests have done justice to some of the questions I've posed to him. It's time to dig deeper. Off the mic, we're talking about certain things that we should know about these loan apps or about these credit facilities that we take. People are not really educated, and people think that the Nigerian system is porous, so they just take loans without understanding that there are certain things that this loan people who give you this loan, the creditors, are entitled to, and there's certain things that they can do to get their money back. Can you educate us a little bit on that?
Well, like we were saying off the mic, this kind of facility is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's like marriage. If you're not matured enough, don't go into it. Because it has responsibilities, and there are consequences to whatever you see. These loan apps or these loan facilities, they are set up under the law, mind you. They are not just, they didn't just come on their own. They are operating within the Nigerian state and within the Nigerian financial system because somebody authorized them. Mind you, these loan apps are not pay taxes to the government. So the government has a responsibility to enable them recover their money if and when default is happening.
Okay.
Like I said, you have a BVN, and then you go and sign a global standing instruction, which says anywhere you have money in the world, and if you start defaulting, they should collect their money.
And your BVN links all your accounts.
BVN links all your accounts, even if they want abroad. Take it from me, yes. They would simply go to bank A, bank B, bank C. They will all cooperate with each other because nobody knows who is going to be defaulted upon tomorrow. So if you're owing bank A and you think you can bank with B, your money is not safe in B. Your money is safe in B, but you see that amount you're owing. A will write to CBN that you're owing them, and that CBN should help them trace where you have money anywhere. They will put a trace using your BVN on all the other accounts in the other banks, and they will collect the money from you wherever it is. So it's not for everybody. If you know you don't have you cannot be earning 200,000 naira and then you're going to buy something that is worth 1.2 million. It doesn't make sense. You see, and again, I also want to bring up something that has to do with these loan apps and all these Easy Buy and all these people do all this.
Easy Buy is actually the name of a company.
Okay. So let's not mention them.
Yeah.
Let me use the one that say pay small companies. The companies that sell things to you and you pay by the method of deferred payment.
Yeah.
They should also share in part of the blame sometimes by the fact that there should be some kind of background checks. They should do on some people before they give out their monies. They shouldn't be too quick to push out money there. Because I've seen people who have taken these monies. I've seen somebody who built up this loan track. And the more you collect and pay, the more they
give you.
They increase it. The guy kept doing it, and the thing got to a particular level. He got a visa to travel. He collected that one and he zoomed.
But with this information you shared, that as long as you have an account number, even if you traveled abroad, his BVN is also linked to his account. Yes. So it means the money can still be tracked.
Of course, if he's using if he's not changing things there.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? If he's not changing things there, he could get there, and because such a person that has gone rogue in Nigeria, is it over there that they have all the facilities that he will not go rogue? You understand?
Okay. So let's talk about some key calculations or checks that we should make to avoid paying far more than the real value of some of these products that we take. Some of these facilities, because they know you're desperate, you want something. A phone may be worth, say, 100,000 naira, By the time you have to pay in installments, the final price is over double the price. What are those checks or key calculations that people should make to avoid paying far more than the real value of the product?
A market survey is all it takes. A proper market survey. And you can start it from the comfort of your bedroom by logging on to Jumia, Konga, Easy Buy, which you've pointed out is the name of a company, which is a very good one, by the way. Let me mention them.
Let's not.
Permit me to mention.
We're promoting them if you're mentioning them.
Because they were the people that did the phone transaction.
They have not. I did
the phone transaction. I enjoyed.
They have not paid us for this advert.
I've been mentioning their names. Let me hype them a bit. Because I bought the phone from them and it was.
No,
good.
You can't hype them.
No wahala. So bottom line is that you can sit in the comfort of your home and begin to make price checks on all these online trading platforms, as in those ones that you can sit here and order anything and they'll bring it to you.
Okay.
What are the prices there? Then get up, go into the market, check, go around, find out how much before you actually make up your mind to go and do that thing, right? Then when you now get to the shop or wherever you want to buy these things, try to ask them, because the thing is so easy. We shouldn't even be talking about the whole thing, because when you get into a shop, the first thing you will see is not the deferred payment price. No,
you see the original price.
You see the original price. So do you want to buy from that original price? And you already have information from the ones you've checked, right? Mm-hmm. So you'll be able to know. Ask them if they have. Do you know that even that original price that they're displaying there are sometimes discounts. Promos are on. So you might even get lower than, it could be old stock, and they say, okay, take. And so on and so forth. So what we're trying to say is that at the end of the day, know it and know it now. There is no gainsaying the fact that the moment you enter into deferred payment, into pay small, you are certainly paying more than what the open market price of that thing is. It is not. No, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Simple.
Has this made life easier for Nigerians, or is it making life more difficult? Since we know we can now buy things and pay in installments, is it making it more difficult for us, or is it making it easier for us?
We are joining the global trade. It is what obtains all over the world. Over there, they use their credit cards to do this. They buy and pay. Mortgage. The mortgage system.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Wouldn't you want...
I thought I'm the one doing asking here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, so wouldn't you want to even pay for a house and move into that house and begin to live in the house and be paying small over a period of 30 years?
Awesome.
Beautiful. So that's why I said there is no gainsaying the fact that it is beautiful. But check yourself very well. If you don't get wife, go and marry a wife that has capacity. So both of you can combine resources and be doing it. Yes. After all, one of the 5 core reasons why people marry is economic. There are 5 core reasons why people marry now. Yes.
One of it is...
The first one is companionship.
Okay.
When you're seeking a companion. Because you cannot continue to have...
Although we're deviating, but I love where this is going. Go ahead.
You cannot continue to have multiple companions.
Okay.
You need your own.
Stick to one.
Stick to one. The second one is love.
Okay.
When you find a companion, somebody you feel you can live with, small love will come. The third one is procreation, which happens when the companions consummate their love physically. Procreation happens. Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons why you marry. The fourth one is economic. If you're earning 500,000 naira, between you and your wife, your combined salary is 800,000 naira. You can do something that is 400,000 naira and still not starve. Mm-hmm. That's economic. If you marry a wife, will not be anyhow, but you marry a true wife, she will manage your resources very, very well in such a way that you will not go bankrupt again. And the fifth one is social. Okay? Now, those are the reasons why. You know, will come out now. Somebody will want contest governorship, you not get wife. Who go vote for you? But what if will come and say he has a wife and they will vote for him? The wife is seen as something that makes you responsible.
Okay. Quite interesting conversation we're having here on Talking Figures this afternoon on the sunny side. My name is OK on not the double O. I'm your anchor on the show. I have with me Mr. Kennedy Osuji, a management consultant and a public affairs analyst who have been focused on buy now, pay later. Is it a smart living or a financial trap? Join the conversation. Talk to us. Share your thoughts with us. We want to know what you think about this and about what he has been telling us on the show. So feel free to call us up. The numbers to call 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0007. You can drop a message for us via WhatsApp or Telegram on 0809 030 6416. Again, 0809 030 6416. Join the conversation. We would love to hear from you. Hello, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. It's 92.3 Nigeria Info. Say your name again, sorry. Welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you. This important discussion. Look, many people don't understand this in the sense before they go into that small or to leverage and something like that. There is a lot of implication. If you don't handle it well, you run to hypertension. And that is why many people broken home. Husband will go and take something and they say they will take small. By the time you pay and you get children, the economy is not forthcoming. You're running hectares, scatter, you borrow this one to pay this one will have interest. Before that, you collapse. You may collapse on the way because of that. Please, let me advise. The best option, if you want to buy something, buy what your money. When I want to buy my car, the man said, I said, I pay most of this. I paid to someone, he said, I should go and carry the car and be using and be paying. So I said, no. The car will be like, let me finish the money before I know it's my car. But if I carry it, anything happen, I don't have the money to pay. I don't have to maintain the car so that I will not run into trouble. That's why many people get problems. Consider many factors because the world where is not bed of roses. Things are not going to be as you plan. Some unforeseen circumstances may come. It is good though, in an ideal situation, if you consider your viability, your art, but don't take it overboard. Maybe you are earning 1 million a month. You want to mortgage or get something to pay small. You go to something that will shop the whole money. What are you going to manage your family with? Go pay school fees, NEPA, all that unforeseen circumstances. So you have to get the best option as I consider. When you want to buy even generator, when your money is there, you buy, you know you are there. You service it. When it goes well, you pay. You sleep well. This one will not allow you to sleep well. That's my take. It's very, very important.
Okay.
God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you for calling. We appreciate you calling into the show. Of course, it's advice in the same line with what you were saying. But there's this business that is very is rampant in Nigeria. It has to do with hire purchase, especially when it has to do with transport vehicles, the keke, taxis, and people go into this thing and you see them complain. Some of them, the keke drivers, will complain that before we even finish paying up for this keke to start using it, the keke is worn out because we have to struggle and pay small. By the time we finish paying, the vehicle is of no good to us anymore. Well, what's your advice for these ones?
You see, the hire purchase system has been there for a very long time, like we know, and people have used it to really, get themselves such vehicles that they're using today to fend for themselves. Like I said, it depends on who you are. It depends on, like the person that called in said, you need to check yourself very well. Find out what you can do and what you cannot do, and know how to approach the whole thing. These things are good. I will not change my opinion about them. They are good. They actually grow the economy. Yes.
Okay.
It means money is changing hands here and there. But the truth of the matter is, you need to be careful. For instance, you take somebody's vehicle and you begin to use it for hire purchase. You know that it's eventually going to become your vehicle. Be careful with it.
Okay.
Be careful with it. And again, but over and above everything, don't, because of desperation, agree to cutthroat conditions. Some vehicle owners actually give you conditions that are basically almost impossible for you to meet.
Okay, let's take this call. 92.3, good afternoon to you.
It's the same person. I want to, this hypothesis, I didn't remember to spell about it. Like the guest speaker or the man answering those questions. Look, you shouldn't advise people to go for hypothesis. 80% people have gone to hypothesis, have gone to Bolivia. I don't know what else. There's one man in my place.
So are you saying it is bad to do higher purchase, or are you saying we need to look at the terms more before we get into it?
More than the advantage. Because by the time you pay back, maybe you bought hypothetical car, you use it, by the time you come back, the car has gone out, your house, you cannot repair, you cannot pay the loan. If you want to sell the car, you cannot buy it up to half of what you paid, and you'll be stranded. It can kill you. People should not go for hypothetical. Buy what you have and be steady for yourself and your family. It will send you to early death if that's not taken.
All right, thank you.
What advice the moderator has to tell me?
Okay, sir, you need to respond to this.
Okay, well, you see, we are all different. We are all different kind of persons. You know, there are people who are very, very risk averse. You know, if you know you are a very, very risk averse person, it means you're not a businessman.
What does that mean? Can you break it down so people can understand better?
Yes, some people are afraid of taking risks. That's what it means.
So if you're afraid of taking risk, do not go into such businesses.
Because you cannot even psychologically.
But life itself is a risk.
Oh yes, that is a default mode, because you are alive. So life itself is a risk. The fact that we even left our houses to come here today, drove on the road, is risky. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So that's a default one. But there is a one that you actually match into yourself. Like the man that has been calling in here, he's correct. If you know you cannot handle the vagaries of the business out there, please quit. Don't go into it. Look for a job and be working for somebody. But knowing that for as long as you are working for somebody and you're not doing your own thing, you're not going to go far. The best business you mind is your own business. I hope you know. Mm-hmm. So if you go into higher purchase, which people are doing and people are succeeding, there are people, I hope you know, there are people who have succeeded in higher purchase, yes.
Yeah.
And some people have failed. So did you try to understudy what those who succeeded and how they went about doing it and succeeding? Perhaps you should do some learning before you jump into it. Because failure to learn is actually preparing yourself for failure. And as they say, the more you learn, the more you earn.
All right, feel free to join the conversation. Have a question for my guests. Feel free to join and ask your question. The numbers to call 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. On WhatsApp, you can send a message to the number 0809-030-6416. That is 0809-030-6416. Have you bought anything on installment before? Tell us, was it worth it, or did you regret it? Did it make life easier for you, or was it more stressful? And also tell us, is it better to save first or pay while using it? Like save, pay for your item outrightly, or pay for an item, maybe part payment, then pay, receive the item, then pay small PSS. At the end of the day, you need to also tell us, are we necessarily buying needs, or we are just trying to impress? That's a very serious question we also should attempt to answer. 92.3, good afternoon to you. That one comes back. If there's this thing around us in Nigeria that seems like we move with a trend. There's a trend, everybody's doing it, so people are jumping into it. What are the side falls of this? What can it lead us to if we're not careful before we jump into it?
Failure
As in failure. There are so many branches to failure anyway. Let's take the score. We'll get to that. 92.3, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Denise.
Go ahead.
All right. The the guest in the studio, I greet you.
I greet you too, brother.
All right. Just like you said, if you fail to plan, automatically you plan to fail. Now, life is risky. Life itself is risk. Now, before you succeed, you must start to take risk. And if you are afraid of risk, definitely you are afraid of succeeding, just like the guest in the studio said. Now, no higher purchase is not only on car or tricycle or bike or whatever. Now, some people will give you goods. Take these goods of 10 million, go and sell. Whenever you sell finish, you return our capital, take your interest. Automatically, that is high purchase.
True.
And people are taking it. It depends on who you are and your intentions over yourself and your life. Mm-hmm. Because you don't tell me people should not go into high purchase, that they are not making it. Because you have failed does not mean the next person will fail. Because I failed today does not mean the next person will fail in that same business. There are people, in fact, what is going on in the society now, I will count it all, is high purchase. Most of the businesses that you're seeing around, some people could go to depot, they will give them goods. You sell, you return the money, you say you return the money, you take another one, and you see them making it. So I'm advising people, if you know that you know yourself, and you know what you want in life, if you can handle it, go for it. Because for you to, this time around, to raise capital for some businesses is not even easy.
All right,
take risk to get to that place.
All right, thank you so much. I have to let you go so we can take all the calls. Hello, good afternoon.
I think.
What's your name, please?
I'm Legacy calling for you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I would want to look at it from two very perspectives. Your other caller who said nobody should go for higher purchase, and then the guest in the studio. The guest in the studio may not be wrong if he says, look at it based on your capacity. Because there's higher purchase in a sense of way. I mean, even you want to study abroad, you may not have all the money. Sometimes they allow you to pay in installments. That's the base ones what we're talking about. You pay first tranche, pay second tranche. You want to buy property sometimes. Yes, you make a commitment. You may not readily have the money, and you know it's very juicy. If you say no, you could lose it. So why don't you make the deposit of what you have? At the end of the month, when you earn your salary, you pay the second tranche and all that. So it may not be completely wrong and off the moment. But then the other man, the other caller is saying, watch yourself, save yourself the headache, save yourself the trouble. If you feel it's going to give you heartaches at the end of the day, make an outright purchase, or otherwise don't even commit at all, because the vicissitudes of life could just step in and then you get yourself wronged at the end of the day. So both perspectives may be correct, but it's left for the listener to choose which one favors his appetite more and otherwise.
All right, thank you so much. 92.3, good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Biobi.
Can you please turn off your radio sets? We have that hold back.
Okay. I'm done so.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
You see, I like getting to the way it's played. If it is done abroad, when you see something, like say, come and collect, you collect, like nothing behind it, no evil finger. Like I know of people that give out money. The money, there's a thing attached to it. No matter the business you put that money, that business will not prosper. It becomes a play for life. That is good. Even if it's loan, this box, start purchase. I don't advise. Shine the rope first. I like our brothers, Igbo brothers. If you cannot go to school, learn three. How to sell a trolley or whatever, or you have to a Chinese street. Learn the rope. You don't collect car or purchase. And you are riding the car, you don't get the money. You start doing your pleasure. You go collect road. I'm studying women. Going for hotel. You don't take loan. You don't like his way yet. Then you want to take pleasure with this or take it. It's not done so. Even God in the Bible allowed Jacob to have his own example. For 14 years, Joseph
spoken about in the Bible. Make it so slavery to the people.
Okay.
So Nigeria want pleasure. Before they don't want to go through pain or go through learning the ropes. That's why they're struggling.
All right, thank you so much.
You can endure. Into the consequence. Endure first after everything. Then you can make it.
All right, thank you so much. I have to let you go. We're running out of time. Let's take some messages via WhatsApp. Hire purchase comes with pressure. Those that are riding the motorcycle or car, if they fail to meet up the agreement or demand of the owner of hire purchase will definitely collect the bike or car from them without considering what's involved. You didn't state your name there. Good afternoon, presenter. The truth is that only the risk takers make it big with caution. My advice is that take it, be judicious and prudent, and the result at the end is success. Isn't it Chima from Omerelu? This one says, good afternoon, sir. What happened if one collect an item to pay small, getting home and start using the item? You discovered that it's faulty, which you didn't notice at the beginning. What can you do? Can such item be exchanged back by the company? Mr. Ovier, he wants some financial advice. Did you get the question?
Yes.
Okay. Can you go ahead?
Definitely, the products come with warranty. You know, they come with warranty. So if you find out that what you have collected from the company or what they've given you is faulty, you make sure you return it within the specified period of the warranty.
Okay.
They will take it back and either fix it or replace it.
Okay.
Mind this, I didn't say guarantee. Warranty, they are two different things.
Okay. And so you must ask if you have a warranty and how long.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Double O. It all depends on management. If the both of us buy a car today, after 1 year, one would definitely look older. Some of these persons complaining of higher purchase lack the capacity to manage things well. Remember, you don't have the money, so the person giving you the higher purchase is kind of helping you to start off.
Exactly.
While you're paying the higher purchase, you are still feeding your family. That is what they don't calculate to. Ronald Onyekachi. Do we still have time to squeeze in this one call? I do not think so. Your final thoughts on the show, Mr. Osuji?
Well, like we said, it's all about who you are and your either aversion or readiness to embrace risk. Don't go into what your mind is all about the mind, though. Don't go into what you think you cannot handle. And again, try to learn about that business before you venture into it. You heard what the last message said. Try to find out. After all, you're feeding your family from what you're doing. That's a hidden cost, what they call sunk cost, that you are not calculating. Over a period of 1 or 2 years, you'll be feeding your family, you're doing all manner of things from what you're doing, and yet you're not calculating that thing has helped you. And then when you're not able to meet up, you didn't check how much money you took from that Okada you're riding to feed your family. Like I said, one golden rule, you should always have in mind before you go into anything that has to do with credit is a payment plan. Payment plan is very, very important. Without a payment plan, don't go into it. There has to be a rock solid payment plan, that is either dependent on an existing source of income. For instance, if you're a civil servant or you're working somewhere, then that existing source of income must not be, must not be affected by what you're deducting from it.
Okay.
If you're earning 200,000 naira and you can afford to take out 50,000 naira to service the loan you're owing or to pay for what you've bought under PSS, pay small arrangement, then that's okay. But not when you are earning 200,000 naira and you are paying a loan of 180,000 naira every month over a period of 6 months. You're certainly going to have issues. That means you've actually failed from the beginning before you start. So if you don't have a rock solid repayment plan in place, is either that thing you're buying is earning the income. Okay. You could buy a laptop and you're using it buy a phone, you're using it to do content creation, you're making money, or laptop and use it to do a business center or whatever. You're earning income from that thing and you're using it to pay back the money on that thing.
Okay.
So a rock solid repayment plan is a sine qua non. If you don't have it, don't try it.
That's the advice. If you don't have a repayment plan, don't
try.
go into
Don't
this.
it.
Thank you so much. We've been talking about buy now, pay later on Talking Figures. We've been asking if it's a smart living or a financial trap. My guests, a management consultant and a public affairs analyst, Kennedy Osuji, believes it's a smart living, but you must be very careful. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Osuji. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.
And hopefully, when next we call, you would oblige.
Anytime. Thank you.
My name is OK. On 3 o'clock, we'll bring you Rivers today, and thereafter, we would bring you hard facts. Stick with us right here on 92.3 Nigeria Info. See ya, bunga. Bye bye.